when you look at his wife, the fact that he's calling her obese, it makes my blood boil a bit, and I'm not even on a banned substance. Hello everybody, my name is Lana McCarthy. I am a registered dietitian with a master's in human nutrition, and welcome to another episode of Let Me Learn Ya. Today we're doing things a little bit differently, if you can tell. First of all, I've got cat hair like all over my face. Today I'm doing a reaction video. I've actually been asked to react to this person and I kind of forgot about it, but then this video came across in my feed and like just the title made me go, you know what? I'm gonna save this to my watch list and I'm going to do a reaction video to it because I haven't really done reaction videos. If you guys like it, let me know in the comments below. Today I'm going to be reacting to Greg Doucette. Is that how you pronounce his name? This guy sounds like the guy from SpongeBob.
Thousands of years later.
Doucette. I don't know why, I always thought his name was Greg Doucette, and I would giggle internally about it. I'm going to be reacting to a video titled, Why is Lizzo Morbidly Obese? By Greg Doucette. My first introduction to Greg, old Greggy boy, was when TikTok obliterated him when he made a response video to a woman's video asking to not be hit on at a gas station. That's all I knew about him at that point, which wasn't good. And I was like, you know what? Let's find out who this guy is and what he does, because clearly he's got a large following on YouTube. People listen to what he has to say. He seems like a very polarizing character. So I was like, what's the story behind him? Greg Doucette is a Canadian weightlifter, fitness trainer, and YouTube influencer, whatever you want to call it. According to his website, he is not a doctor, a lawyer, a dietitian, chef, astronaut, or sex therapist. Good to know. Good to know. Thanks for making that clear, Greg. Thanks. He's also the founder of a supplement line called HTLT that sells things like protein, creatine, pre-workout shakes. He also sells nutrition books, which is also interesting because the first statement on his website is, not a dietitian. He started entering competitions at a very young age, like 14 years old. At 17, he won his first competition, and then he went to school and got a bachelor's and a master's degree in kinesiology. He's got a lot of accomplishments in the bodybuilding world, and honestly, I'm not gonna list all of them. I don't know much at all about the whole bodybuilding thing. That is an entirely different world. I'm gonna stay in my lane. Just know that he's won a bunch of awards and has also set world records. But he was suspended at a bicycle event in Nova Scotia. He refused to be drug tested at this event, and because he refused this test, he was suspended. Allegedly, at the time, he was using testosterone. And allegedly, he was using testosterone because his levels had dropped due to decades of using performance-enhancing drugs. In 2009, he tested positive for something I cannot even pronounce. Boldenone undesonolate, also known as equipoise, is a horse steroid. He denied any use of using it, even though he literally tested positive. So kind of like when my parents caught me with cigarettes in my purse when I was like 12 years old, and I was like, those aren't mine. Okay. Then in 2012, the man who's claiming that he didn't do these drugs and all of that was arrested for being in possession of over $250,000 worth of steroids. It was considered to be one of the biggest steroid seizures in Canadian history. He was charged with these crimes, fined $50,000, and put on 20 months probation. And the most recent controversy has been on TikTok. People on TikTok don't seem to like Greg. People on TikTok are making careers of making fun of Greg.
All right, so let's watch this full day of eating.
All right, virgins, here's a full day of eating to help get...
Starts off just shy of 6,000 calories.
Calling out all the crazy things he said, such as calling his wife obese.
And let's start this off with Allie, my girlfriend, who's not here to defend herself, so I can speak about her any way I want. Allie has over 33% body fat. That puts her at the obese level. Sorry!
TikTok did not take kindly to Greg insinuating that women should put aside their need of feeling safety, their want of personal space, and instead consider a perfect stranger's possible feeling of rejection. If you want, go to TikTok, type in his name, and you'll just find a bunch of videos of people ripping that guy across the coals. It was not a good day. It was not a good day for Greg Doucette. As I said, he's a very polarizing character. Some people theorize that the personality that he puts on now, he almost created this character that's hyper angry and critical because it gets views. And he is quoted as saying more spews for views. And there are people who think that the majority of his audience are just teenage boys. And that's why if anybody ever says anything bad about Greg, that they are just swarmed by these hyper, like angry, combative, aggressive 14-year-old boys. Hey kids, welcome to my channel. Stay here to learn about nutrition. Blah, 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 friggity blah. You got a background of what he's all about. I've literally never watched a video of his before in my life. This should be interesting. Why is Lizzo morbidly obese? Let's watch this.
Fat acceptance! Fat acceptance! Accept me for who I am! Why are you promoting being morbidly obese?
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. First of all, calm the frick down, Greg. Why you so angry? What a horrible world that we live in. That accepting yourself for who you are is considered a bad thing. People who don't understand fat acceptance don't understand the science of fat. Here is what they believe. The only way that people ever have excess fat on their body is if they're lazy or they're gluttonous. That's it. It's the only way. And it just goes to show to me that he doesn't understand. There are reasons people can have excess fat on their body that is literally beyond their control, where they do have to accept who they are for them to live a life where they're not constantly hating on themselves.
Exactly why Izzy or Izzo is morbidly obese. It's not because of her genetics.
Nice, purposeful mispronunciation of her name too. Cool. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and call him Greg Doucette from now on, because that's what I thought his name was.
It's because she chooses to love herself and overeat to the point of dramatically shortening her life. It's one thing.
She chooses to love herself. That's the bad thing. Don't do it, Lizzo. Don't love yourself.
Thing to choose to be obese, but she glorifies this and encourages it to other people. You don't believe me? Well, check out her latest videos on TikTok.
She does not glorify, from what I've seen. I have not seen her glorifying anything. If I was like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to health professionals and I'm going to smoke and screw it. That's not me glorifying smoking. That's me just being like, screw it. I'm going to do this thing that I want to do.
And so she knows why she overweight. And we've seen videos in the past, love your body, rub your belly and be proud of it, and so on. It's one thing to...
Hold on. This is the thing. Let me just say. Now, I don't know if he's still doing the things he did back in the day, but let's stop and think about the insanity of this, okay? He talks about how, oh, rubbing her belly, like she's so proud of this fat that's going to kill her. Do you know what kills people? Performance enhancing drugs. Drugs that are known to stop hearts and cause liver failure and God knows what other types of things. But that's considered okay. And Lizzo maybe patting her belly, which I don't even know if she did that, but whatever, because she's like, hey, guess what? I enjoyed a meal. That's bad.
Thing to glorify and promote it to other people. I've read the comments. People are like, wow, love you, thanks for this. People who watch this think...
People are commenting, wow, love you, thanks for this, because they're not saying, oh, well, I'm thin and now you're giving me reason to not be thin. Thanks so much, Lizzo. They're not saying that. It's people who have suffered from weight stigma and fat shaming and insults and abuse all of their life. And they're seeing a beautiful, insanely talented woman stand up and say, you know what? I'm taking back the night, foo. I'm taking back the night and I am going to live my life. And it gives people a feeling of comfort. He is so misunderstanding everything about it because he's never been in that spot. Also, I love how his supplement line is like perfectly placed right here. Like, hey guys, this is basically an ad to not be fat and use my protein powder so you can lose weight and be like me. He's so angry. Like the veins are just like popping out of his neck. Like, I think he needs to smoke some weed or something.
It's normal. She could, without question, drop 100 pounds with ease. We're gonna go over one breakfast sandwich.
If losing weight was so easy, dropping 100 pounds was so easy, don't you think that everyone in the United States who needed to lose 100 pounds would be doing it? Just, oh, it's easy peasy. It is not easy to lose weight, number one. It's extremely difficult. And maintaining that weight loss, as we know, the absolute majority of people cannot do. So if it was so easy, why ain't anybody done it, Greg Doucette? Is it because they aren't using your supplements? Is that why? That's what it is.
Breakfast sandwich that she makes, of which I calculated the calories, 1,740 calories, one sandwich. Was it really worth...
Okay, hold on. How is he going to know that? How is he going to know that? I've got to calculate. You know what? Okay, so I can't do this right now, but I bet you he's wrong on this. And if he isn't, I'll apologize somewhere. I'll insert something somewhere. But I'm going to try and track down the TikTok and see if I can calculate what's in that sandwich. Because I'm looking at it right now and it does not look like it could be 1,700 calories.
Oh, but it's vegan. It's gotta be healthy, because it's vegan. Let's watch her construct this breakfast sandwich and see, does it make sense how she's eating? Should she be glorifying this? Watch the video and find out.
Do I look cool when I sag like this?
And the answer is, who cares? It's not about looking cool, it's about being healthy. It's debatable.
Oh, really? It is? I'm sorry. To know somebody who has a history of using performance-enhancing drugs to look aesthetically a certain way, none of that had to do with being healthy, is now telling somebody that it's not about looking cool, it's not about the aesthetics, it's about being healthy. You can overdo anything. And just because you have muscles on you as opposed to excess fat does not mean that you're healthy.
It's debatable whether you look cool like that or not. I don't care. But you don't look healthy.
My sister got me these cauliflower hash browns and I've never tried them before, so I'm gonna try them and make a breakfast sandwich.
Perhaps your assistant should be Coach Greg giving you a meal plan. Cauliflower hash browns.
Coach Greg, the guy who's not a dietitian, giving you a meal plan. Good thing, because by law, you can't give her a meal plan, Greg.
Oh, it's so healthy because it's vegan. Looked up the nutrition label. This is what you get. 2 hash browns, 160 calories, 9 grams of fat, 19 grams of carbs, and a whooping 2 grams of protein. Wow, that's amazing. Such a healthy food. 9 grams of fat, 19 carbs, 2 grams of protein. That's going to pack on a ton of muscle in the morning. Basically,
there's literally nothing wrong with that. And I have no idea what he's talking about. The only thing I would say is to, pair it with something that's higher in protein. But big freaking whoop, 9 grams of fat, 2 grams of fiber. There's fiber in that bad boy. They're made out of vegetables, so you're also getting phytonutrients and all kinds of things that you wouldn't get in some other type of food. Is it the best food? Nah. It's, I've got a thing about how, people think they're being healthy by being vegan, but they're eating a lot of highly processed vegan foods. So we're kind of in agreement there, but I probably wouldn't scream about it like he is with the veins popping out of the neck.
using so much oil. Oil prices are skyrocketing. Look how much oil is in that frying pan. And notice she puts the hash browns in too early before it's hot. Do you know what that does? It allows all the oil to suck into those hash browns, doubling the calories, perhaps tripling them. Look at the amount.
I thought he said he wasn't a chef. You're not a chef, you're not a dietitian, but you're talking about all this stuff, Greg. What you doing?
Look at the amount of oil. Are
Oh
you
my God.
kidding me? If you're trying to eat healthy and you're vegan and you eat this.
She never said she was trying to eat healthy. So, which is it, Greg? Is she saying that she's trying to eat healthy, or is she glorifying obesity? I don't think he even knows what Lizzo's trying to say.
This much oil on top of the high calorie, highly dense foods, hash browns, you're not going to lose weight.
She didn't say she wanted to. Still.
Real sexy, y'all.
She stated she's a food whore, and now she's flipping this food and saying it's sexy. How is food sexy? I don't have relationships with food. Food is neither sexy nor is it something I have a relationship.
He's so mad about Lizzo's food whore in sexy ways.
Is food sexy? I don't see, nor is it something I have a relationship. I don't.
He sounds like real fun to be around.
Corn beef.
Needs to freaking calm down, man. Drink a bottle of wine.
My favorite brand of beef.
Drink a bottle of wine, Greg. It's low fat. Low fat. Just eat a chicken leg with it.
Vegan bacon, and I'm about to deep fry it.
Okay, that vegan bacon does not look good.
Why does everything need to have a shit ton of oil?
But maybe
All
it's
you're
good.
doing is added in more calories from the butter than you got from the eggs you added into the
This is raising my blood pressure.
pan. Oh, and what
More than the butter.
would a breakfast sandwich be without a shit ton of cream cheese spread all over it? And look at her gazing into the camera.
He's saying a shit ton. Like, if you're watching this, she's putting a very thin layer of cream cheese on there. And it's, if she's vegan, it ain't cream cheese. Something else.
As if to say, I don't give two shits what you think.
Good. Yes. You go, Lizzo. You don't give two shits.
Fat acceptance. Fat acceptance. Accept me for who I am. Why are you promoting being morbidly obese? Why?
It drives me crazy when I see people online claiming that people who are finally like, I'm tired of the insults and I'm tired of hating myself and I'm just going to live my life and be happy. They're like, oh my God, you're promoting obesity. Y'all need to look up promoting, okay? Promoting obesity would be if they got on their channels and they were like, you know what? Y'all should be obese. It's gonna be great. It's super healthy and awesome. Nobody out there is saying that. So stop it with this freaking people are promoting obesity just because they're trying to take their lives back from the people who have been bullying them and making their lives miserable. Lizzo living her life and accepting herself for who she is and telling everybody, y'all should be nice to humans is not promotion of obesity. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna get back to Greg.
You could so easily lose weight and be a role model for so many people. Over 20 million followers watching you, praising you, bowing to you. Love you, girl. You're amazing. Thank you. Why are we thankful?
Why would Lizzo want people to be bowing to her and worshiping her? Like, this is just very telling to me about who Greg Doucette is as a person. He's literally calling it a waste to accept yourself as who you are now. A better use of time would be to alter yourself in a way that you don't want to be, that you don't feel comfortable in, so that you can gain the admiration of millions of people and that they can worship you and bow down to you. That's so gross.
And so she adds the eggs and the cauliflower hash browns full of fat into this breakfast sandwich. And up next, the star of our show. I paused it just correctly. Finally. You know how many times I have to watch this to figure out what she's eating? Smucker's Incrustables peanut butter and jam jelly sandwich. Oh, it's not enough. I need to add this extra. And something healthy, about 12 blueberries, cooking that on the pan, making some grape jelly to put onto this monstrosity of a sandwich. There is things that are healthy in there, but there's so much unhealthy, it cancels things out. And so small changes can make a big difference. If she cuts out 500 calories from this breakfast sandwich and does it every day, in 1 week she loses 1 pound of fat. In a year, that's 50 pounds of fat gone by making simple, small, minor changes.
I do agree with him with the just making small changes can lead to big changes over time. So like he said, just maybe taking out a couple things, like maybe taking out a tablespoon of butter, making small changes like that while still enjoying the sandwich would make a difference over time without her feeling like I'm depriving myself of things. So at least we agree on that, Greg Doucette.
By making simple, small, minor changes. And she gazes into the camera with a death stare, squeezing down in the bun, and then with delight splashes the blueberry jam on top of the sandwich. And what does she write in the comment section? No more skin flute lollipops for me after that mouth burn. And I'm sorry to report, I looked up what that meant, and I'm not telling you what it means. And so if you're wondering if it's bad genetics, too many fat
He's so mad.
cells, too much ghrelin, or is it because of her environmental influences, she just eats too much? She just eats too much.
As many people may be watching this who have suffered with disordered eating will know, one meal that you eat is not indicative of your entire day. So, for instance, if I was going between binging and restricting, I would eat thousands of calories in one sitting and then not eat for 2 days, like pretty much. So he's making a bunch of assumptions about Lizzo's entire lifestyle based on one meal in one TikTok video. This could have been like a weekend meal. How many of us like go out to brunch on a weekend with our friends and we drink and we eat a bunch of stuff that we don't normally eat during the week? He's making a bunch of assumptions because of her size and this literal one breakfast sandwich that is making the veins on his neck pop out so far. I think they're going to go into orbit. If I was an alien from another planet and I came down and they were like, watch videos of this Lizzo person and watch videos of this Greg Doucette person and make a decision about who you're going to follow, because whoever you follow, you're going to live your life like them. And I'd look at Lizzo, who's sitting there singing, having a great time, eating yummy food, big smile on her face, and Greg Doucette, who's just squinty, screamy face with his protein powder in the background. I'd be like, I'm going with that chick. I'll have what she's having.
If you eat like this, you're morbidly obese, 300-400 pounds, you are not going to live a long time. Sorry, telling you what you need to hear, not what you want.
That's also debatable. I'll do a whole video on it at some point.
Not what you want to hear. You want to hear fat acceptance, love your body. You can be healthy at any size. You can't.
I wonder if there's been any research in the overall healthiness of extreme bodybuilders versus obese people. That'd be kind of interesting. I'll look into it.
Ending it here. gregdoucette.com for coaching, Greg Doucette IP Pro. Bloops over there. Harder than last time supplements, including the tercasterone.
Whew. Okay, you guys, I don't ever want to watch another video from that guy ever again. He is so angry. I understand now why people say that his fans are like very aggressive and abusive verbally, because look at him. I almost hope that's not how he is normally and he's just trolling to get views, because I would never choose to listen to somebody like that. I wouldn't say that was fun. That was actually quite upsetting. What do I think about this whole thing? Do I think that Lizzo could eat healthier based on that one meal? If I was just looking at her one meal, yes, just on that one meal. But is that a meal where she's like, you know what? I'm feeling like I want to eat this delicious sandwich and I'm going to make it today and I'm going to enjoy it. Would I condemn her for that? Absolutely freaking not. Because life is too short, as Greg Doucette says, to deprive yourself all the time and beat yourself up all the time for simple food choices. Like, you want to enjoy something, freaking eat it. Research has shown that the more we restrict and the more that we assign these health values, bad versus good, to food, the more likely we are as people to binge and restrict. How a person chooses to live their life is literally none of my business. The only time I would ever comment on what Lizzo is eating or what she is doing is if Lizzo came to me and said, you know what, I do want to make some changes. That's when. Other than that, go on with your bad self, Lizzo. Keep making that amazing freaking music. Keep shining your beautiful light out to people to show them that bullies can suck it. I could sit here and I could critique every little thing that he's saying, but I'm not going to do that. There's some things that we agree on, like cutting down things a little bit instead of, just by like a tablespoon of butter or some oil or something like that to make things a little less calorically dense. That's it. This was a bullying video. That's what this was. He is bullying Lizzo to get views. Bottom line.
But here's what I really don't like about this video. Greg has made claims about dietitians in the past that they have cherry-picked his words or behaviors or videos to create a false narrative about him.
And she had to cherry pick every single video she could find to try to paint the picture a certain way, that I'm somehow not knowledgeable about dieting, training, and that I give bad advice, and that I somehow fat shame people.
Yet Greg has done exactly what he's accusing other dietitians of doing with Lizzo, and he's purposely done it by selecting one sandwich video to make an explanation about her body size, ignoring purposefully or accidentally all of her other videos that I easily found showing her eating healthy, well-portioned meals of veggies, plant protein, fruits, whole grains, you name it. Also choosing to ignore the numerous videos Lizzo has posted showing her working out, talking about her trainer, updates on increasing her muscle mass. So the very thing Greg accused Abby Sharp of doing, he has done to Lizzo to promote his BS agenda that the only reason Lizzo is because she's eating too much crap food.
From what I've heard of people talking about him, he seems to be based in the science and the evidence. He's got an education under his belt. If he really cares about helping people to live healthier lives, if that's his goal, then he would not be doing this, because all the evidence points to fat shaming, bullying, insulting, all of that stuff actually making people's situations worse. And attacking somebody for what they eat and shaming them about what they're eating and all of that is not helping anyone. So Greg Doucette If you truly care about helping people, you will stop making bullying videos and instead actually put out useful, educational videos of how people can be healthy. There's definitely a way to go about getting people healthier in their lives if they so choose to be, without ripping people to shreds. Okay, so that's gonna be wrap up on that. It has been a very long time. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Let me know if you want me to do more reaction videos, not of Greg Doucette, because I'm done with that guy. I'm done with that. Sorry, Greg. You could be a nice person, but so far everything that I've seen is just calling your girlfriend obese, telling women they shouldn't consider their own safety over a man's feelings, bullying Lizzo, screaming veins, lying about drug use. I don't know. Maybe he's a good guy. You guys, maybe he's a good guy. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, whatever, whenever you're watching this. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hello everybody, my name is Lana McCarthy. I am Elsie Badisha. And I've got the fan on because it's fucking hot. Okay, this is gonna be such a pain in the ass. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Are you freaking joking me right now? Are you freaking joking me? Eat each other? People, somebody Googled, do sumos eat each other? Oh my God. Goo goo. Did I say goo goo? Did I say goo goo? Goo goo sumo wrestlers.